Honda and Sony are teaming up to build EVs by mid-decade. Let's read into this. I have not read this. This is breaking news. Once I saw it, I had to stop pretty much everything I was doing and start making a video to inform myself and you guys that Sony and Honda signed Memorandum of Understanding for Strategic Alliance and Mobility Field. Gundam exists, and that is the collaboration and MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, between Honda and General Motors, and they will be building EVs together for the United States. But this is going to be interesting because after General Motors and Honda team up for those first few EVs between the Acura and the Honda lineup, then they will be going to their own bespoke platform from Honda. It looks like Sony is going to be involved here, so let's read into it. Sony and Honda today announced they have agreed to deepen discussion and exploration of forming a strategic alliance that aims to create a new era of mobility services. The MOU outlines their intent to establish a joint venture, a new company, through which they plan to engage in the joint development and sales of high-value battery electric vehicles and commercialize them in conjunction with providing mobility services. Guys, this is pretty mind-blowing. I mentioned Gundam. Gundam is not a joint venture. It's just a memorandum of understanding. A joint venture is saying, hey, we're going to build products together and we're going to be merging our technologies and our visions together to provide products and vehicles going forward. Guys, your Honda battery electric vehicles are going to also be the Sony battery electric vehicle, and there's a good chance that they could share a lot of the concepts that Sony has shown. We've seen 2 concepts from Sony. I'm sure I've been sprinkling that B-roll in here, but that should be a good idea of where we're going. And I said the best chance for Sony would be through to license their technology, their cameras, their LiDAR, their self-driving technology. They have all of that, and I'm sure it's great, but they don't have cars. Well, here's Honda to make those cars for them, essentially. The 2 companies will proceed with negotiations toward executing various definitive binding agreements, including a joint development agreement and a joint venture agreement, with the goal of establishing a new company within 2022, so that they know, well, at least Honda especially knows that they need to act fast to get battery electric vehicles developed as soon as possible. This alliance aims to bring together Honda's mobility development capabilities. Well, that just means their ability to build cars and motorbikes, for that example. We might see a Sony electric motorbikes essentially with the technology that Sony could put in them. Anyways, vehicle body manufacturing and after-sales service management experience, meaning through dealerships. That's what I'm understanding anyways. Over many years, with Sony's expertise in development and application of imaging, sensing, telecommunication network, and entertainment technologies. Guys, you're going to have PlayStations in your Hondas. To realize a new generation of mobility and services that are closely aligned with users and the environment and continue to evolve going forward. This is really fascinating. On my way to the track at Sonoma just a couple days ago to drive the NSX Type S, I sat next to a gentleman who works very closely with Honda, who is employed by Panasonic, and they put Panasonic speakers in a lot of Honda and Acura products, and the ELS systems are owned. They're essentially part of the same family as Panasonic. What's going to happen here? Is Sony going to put their sound systems in? I wonder if they might have an agreement where Sony might have jurisdiction over the premium sound systems in the Honda. Maybe they get rid of Bose. But for Acura, I think it would be hard for them to step away from Panasonic/ELS because they have such a good relationship with them. They have such a unique relationship with ELS. ELS's only audio segment is with Acura. So I don't think they would sever that to go with Sony, but I could see Honda ditching Bose and maybe some other companies to ride with Sony there. So the sale of the first EV from the new company is expected to start in 2025. That is exactly when Honda wants to have their own bespoke platform. Like I said, this is pretty exciting. The new company is expected to plan, design, develop, and sell the EVs, but not own and operate manufacturing facilities. That's Honda job. So Honda is expected to be responsible for the manufacturing of the first EV model at its vehicle manufacturing plant. It is expected that a mobility service platform will be developed by Sony and made available for the new company. Interesting. Is that going to be Tesla-like, where they send maintenance vehicles out to your house? A mobility service platform to be developed by Sony and made available for the new company. Am I reading that correctly? Do you think it would be a mobile service department on wheels like Tesla? Makes you wonder. I'm sure you guys have some ideas of what that could mean. Anyways, commitment from Kenichiro Yoshida, Representative, Corporate Executive Officer, Chairman, President, CEO of Sony Group Corporation. He says Sony's purpose is to fill the world with emotion through the power of creativity and technology. Through this alliance with Honda, which has accumulated extensive global experience and achievements in the automobile industry over many years and continues to make revolutionary advancements in the fields, we tend to build our vision to make the mobility space an emotional one and contribute to the evolution of mobility centered around safety, entertainment, and adaptability. And then we have the director and CEO of Honda here, Toshihiro Mibe, saying the new company will aim to stand at the forefront of innovation, evolution, and expansion of mobility around the world by taking a broad and ambitious approach to creating value that exceeds the expectations and imaginations of customers. We'll do so by leveraging Honda's cutting-edge technology and know-how in relation to the environment and safety, while aligning the technological assets of both companies. Although Sony and Honda are companies that share many historical and cultural similarities, our areas of technological expertise are very different. Therefore, I believe this alliance, which brings together the strengths of the two companies, offers great possibilities for the future of mobility. So this is a very different approach than what Toyota is doing, as Toyota has been buying lots of companies and assimilating them to be able to develop all these technologies. Honda's going a more conservative route, a less expensive route, by joining with Sony here to share the best of both worlds. Honda's car making capabilities and strengths with manufacturing, and then you have Sony's technological capabilities, entertainment, sensing, cameras, etc. So this is a dream team. It's an unexpected move. I didn't expect Sony to settle down with a company so soon after their concepts and advertising their technology at CES and stuff like that. But I'm so happy that it's another Japanese company. They're saying that both companies share historical and cultural similarities, but they have strengths in totally different sectors. Now they're coming together to produce a new Honda. Guys, I'm just so excited. I'm bursting at the seams here. And I thought Honda had a really good relationship with Google. They still could implement like a Google operating software, like Android Auto that Volvo was doing. I thought Honda would be doing that too. I guess that's still a possibility, but when you're working with Sony, they can have their own operating system inside the car and it'd be nearly as good, I would think. Who knows? It could even be better. There's a lot of questions I have. Like, if it's a joint venture, are the cars going to be sold as Honda and Acuras, or are they going to be sold as something entirely new? Well, I think it would be completely Honda vehicles. You're not going to have Sony dealerships or anything like that. I think they're all going to be sold and serviced through Honda, and maybe Sony with this weird statement here is expected that they would provide a mobility service platform that would be developed by Sony and made available for the new company. So it could come from Honda or Acura dealerships that Sony develops this electric vehicle that can service other electric vehicles. So pretty exciting to see what comes of that. So let's take a look again. Let's revisit Sony's concept vehicles that they revealed the past few years. They have a gorgeous looking sedan and a crossover that I think looks a lot like maybe the ID.5 from Volkswagen. Going to car and driver, the SUV concept prototype has 536 horsepower from its dual motor setup. Something that powerful would most likely be an Acura. Sony also went on to say that if it makes it to production, which it is going to make it to production now, at least that technology and their vision, it's going to keep up with the Model Y, which offers 330 miles of range. So Honda knows that Sony's aspirations here, and they'll definitely be able to do their best to meet that sort of requirements to keep up with the Model Y. Again, I think that'd be more on the Acura end. The prototype is equipped with control arms front and rear with air springs and rides on 20-inch wheels. We just saw our first air suspension in the Acura MDX. Definitely stay tuned. Well, should I say the Type S of the MDX? I just drove it. Embargo ends a couple days from now on March 8th, so definitely come back on March 8th. So I can tell you how that air ride works in that vehicle. We're going to have large panoramic screens on the dashboard, 3 individual screens more than likely. Drivers can customize the car's acceleration and deceleration sounds. Again, Sony saying they want to have an emotional experience with their electric cars. The rear passengers get screens too and can play PlayStation games through a remote connection to a game console at home. I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to bake in some sort of PlayStation inside the vehicle, but if they can do it with little lag, I mean, I would just rather have a console built in. I don't think it would be that hard or that expensive. What, a PS5 costs $500, but if you take away all the packaging of it and you integrate it into the car, should cost less in theory. I mean, obviously your game saves from home would effectively be in your car as well for the passengers in the back. That's really exciting to think about. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I grew up when Ludacris was talking about PS2 up in the ride. So now we're talking about PlayStation making cars. What is happening? Sony's been testing level 2 driver assistance program. I'm sure between Honda, who has level 3, and their now discontinued Acura Legend, which is Honda Legend, which is an Acura RLX, which also is canceled, but they have level 3 in Japan, and then combine it with Sony's, they're going to have very competitive autonomous driving technology. Pretty badass there. So we have Sony and Honda doing a fusion dance here to produce a new super company to provide EVs competitive with Tesla and just the ever-changing sifting sands of the EV market. They're going to be competitive. They're going to have state-of-the-art entertainment. They're going to have good sound. They'll have excellent cameras, probably some of the best cameras, 360 camera system out there. But to finish out this video, my other daughter had to go to speech, meaning I'm home by myself, so I just need to finish up this video. Maggie's going to help me do that. But the Sony Honda team up, words cannot describe it. I'm sure you guys have all sorts of ideas down in the comments on how you think or how successful Honda and Sony can be. I mean, the sky's the limit. It's going to bring new fresh blood and technology into the Japanese manufacturing scene for sure. And I think Honda is doing the best thing possible for them to split costs and also have very competitive products as we go into the electrification era. I expect these EVs to not only be built in Japan, but expect them to also produce with their huge manufacturing centers here in North America. As they switch over, they'll be able to produce these EVs here in the States too, and in North America. So that's pretty exciting. I don't know what else to say. It'd be interesting to see how Acura fits in with this, definitely with the more performance minded and high power vehicles. I think that makes sense on the luxury end of things. And Honda is definitely known more for their fun to drive cars, but modest displacement and very economical from that point of view. But anyways, guys, I gotta end it there. I'm getting a Honda Civic Si in here in a second, any second now. So I gotta end the video so I can swap cars. Getting rid of the Volkswagen GLI, bringing in the Civic Si. They're like competitors, so it'll be fun to compare the two. Anyways, catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, peace out.